Moving from a snowplow to parallel skis, or from pizza to French fries, is often the first goal of new skiers. But whether you want to be able to feel like you're in control at higher speeds, be able to turn on a dime, or feel like you can control your ski tips no matter what kind of variable snow conditions you're skiing on, then I suggest you try the snowplow's older brother, the POWERPLOW. Because even if you're never going to use a POWERPLOW while you're skiing down the hill, the POWERPLOW teaches you exactly where to pressure your ski to get it to turn quickly and with control. And if you struggle with lead change or feeling like your top uphill ski goes ahead of your downhill ski, then this drill is going to help you get 90% of that weight and pressure on the outside ski. Here at WILDR Fitness, I am on a mission to empower 100,000 adventures outside. We are gonna talk about this drill on snow. Then we're gonna talk about one thing you can do in the gym to be ready for it when you hit the slopes. So hit that like button if you like this video and subscribe to our channel to learn more. Now you are gonna start this drill in a snow plow position. That's where the similarities end. What I want you to do from here is press on the front inside of that outside ski boot. That is going to help our tips turn on a dime, and we are gonna rotate the femur inside the hip socket. As soon as that ski is pointed across the hill, we come up and forward, letting that edge release, and we move our weight onto our brand new outside ski. We do it all over again. And as you get better at the drill, you're gonna be able to pretty much fully lift the inside ski up off the ground. In fact, that's the progression. When this drill gets too easy, lift that uphill ski off the ground and actually point it down the hill with each turn. Now, if you feel out of control while you're doing this drill, you might be pressing through the toes instead of pressing the shins into the front of the boot. If that's happening, you're gonna feel backseat and like you're not in control of your ski tips. They might even be coming off the ground. Now this drill and skiing in general requires that you can rotate your thigh bone or your femur inside your hip socket. I've had quite a few skiers in my 8-week pre-ski program, which there's a link for in the description below if you want to get ready for the best ski season of your life, who have lacked internal hip rotation. And by working on that, they've found that skiing is more powerful and more effortless their next time out on snow. And as another bonus, working on this internal rotation is going to keep your low back and your knees happy. In fact, some studies show that increased internal rotation can reduce your risk of ACL tears and low back pain. So let's take a second, take a look at what our internal rotation looks like right now. What you want to do is get a wall for yourself. I'm going to use this broomstick so you can see what I'm doing from the front. So we want to go 1.5 of our feet from our wall or pole, and then you're going to bring your knee up to that surface. From there, you're going to internally rotate the femur, which will send the foot out to the side. And what we're aiming for here is 30 degrees between that plumb line and your shin bone. Now, oftentimes when people are doing this movement, I will watch them hitch their hip up like this to get more internal rotation and get that foot farther away. But instead, I want you to sink the hips down so they're totally level as you complete this movement. And we do want to try and aim for symmetry on this drill, so we want left and right to look pretty similar. Now, if you're not at 30 degrees or if you don't have symmetry, then I'm going to link to a video below once it's published talking about how to increase our range of motion through internal rotation. And even if you do have adequate flexibility, building strength is going to be an important part of the equation. So I am also going to link to a video below about building strength in the movement of internal rotation. Thank you so much for joining me this week for the drill and for this time in the gym. I hope you have a wilder week, and we'll talk to you soon.